Hello everyone, welcome to TGIF, your Friday source for the latest and greatest tech update. In this special episode, we are exploring M365 Copilot, which can significantly enhance your productivity to a whole new level. It's all about how you can maximize the benefits that Copilot brings on to the table and also push the boundaries of your expertise. To help you harness the power of Copilot, today we have our esteemed guest, Dr. Nitin, who is the co-founder and the CEO of Max Offices Services. Welcome, Nitin, and thank you for joining us today. It's a pleasure to host you as part of TGIF.
Oh, I'm a fan of TGIF. I've been following it very closely, and it's great to be a part of the team now. Thank you.
That's wonderful, Nitin. We would really like to understand how you are using M365 Copilot because you're an expert in this space, and we would love to hear from you on some of the best practices and tips on how you are leveraging.
Sure. So I'm sort of a one-person organization, so a lot of my work actually involves customers. So as a user, of course, I'm using Copilot in all the apps. In fact, my crib is that most people use it only as the chat or Teams or Word, Excel, PowerPoint, but it's available in 26 different places across Microsoft 365 platform,
Awesome.
and people should leverage it.
That's amazing, and I'm really excited to see how you can, demystify the way Copilot can be leveraged. Nitin, what do you feel that there's a lot of questions around this that why use M365 Copilot and why not just ChatGPT? So, what is your take on that?
Sure. So ChatGPT is the underlying technology, no doubt about that. But
That's right.
Copilot is not just a text box on top of ChatGPT. It is a private instance of ChatGPT under Azure OpenAI. So you get all the data, geolocation, security, compliance policies, privacy policies, which your organization has set, which you will not get if you directly use ChatGPT. Second is ChatGPT does not understand anything which is behind a username password, which means your data. Whereas Copilot understands and has the skills of ChatGPT, and it understands all the data you as a user have access to. That's best of both worlds approach actually.
That's great. So it's about how Copilot has access to the rich M365 data, your work data that can also be leveraged. That's awesome. How are you leveraging for web search today? How are you leveraging a Copilot for web search?
Yeah, so most people, when they have a discussion about Copilot, it's implicitly about M365 Copilot, which is internal facing and works on your data. But let me show you something.
Exactly.
So this is M365 Copilot. We use it for internal facing office related activities. But as a part of our day-to-day work, we have been doing some kind of web search every day. And that web search continues to be on some search engine, whether it is Google, Bing, or whatever. Now that also has to improve, change, and transform because there is Copilot publicly available, copilot.microsoft.com, and you'll see two tabs there. Web means the outward facing public version, which still uses ChatGPT 4 Turbo, and you log in using your corporate email ID. Whatever data you are putting there is protected. So you are getting external web search without going through ads and suggested videos and all that. You get precise answers without affecting your data. When you're working on your corporate data, just switch the tab, and now it's internal facing Copilot, which can also do web search, but it's more internal. So best of both worlds again.
That's awesome. So there are a lot of questions from customers when they get started. And how do you tackle with this when you engage with customers? What is that best practice that you provide them so that they can easily start leveraging the power of natural language
Yeah,
through the prompts?
correct. So working on natural language is a new concept for all of us because we are used to seeing hundreds of menus and buttons, and we click on something, it happens. It's predictable and repeatable. Whereas here you just get one feature essentially called text box, and you have to ask. So first thing people have to understand is this is a different way of working. You don't have to doubt what Copilot is capable of because it has ingested all the publicly available web data. So all topics, all languages, all subjects, all areas of specialization, industries, it knows. Now it's up to you to specify what you want and give enough detail to Copilot so that it can respond accurately. So that's what we call prompt engineering. The second thing which is missed is when you ask something to Copilot. For example, here I have asked it to summarize a long PDF file. It did summarize it, but then it has created prompts for me based on that file. That is absolutely essential learning for us because that gives us an idea of how Copilot can help us. And the third place is Copilot Lab. There's a list of prompts by Microsoft and it keeps on increasing. It's there segregated by industry, by type of work Copilot can do, and by app. So I strongly suggest one of the first steps should be eyeball all these, and I'm sure you'll get lots of ideas of applying it in your context.
That's amazing. And you really touched upon two very important subject when you start leveraging M365 Copilot. One being the prompt engineering. It's about you asking the right questions. Though you can engage with Copilot in natural language, the prompt is really important on what you're looking for, what you're referring to, and giving the grounded data to give you the right response. And Copilot Lab, like you called out, that's truly the starting point for every organization, every user, because the job title, categories, and apps are the ways they can really filter and find out what are some of the prompts that they can quickly get started on. So that's amazing. Thanks a lot, Nitin. Thank you for bringing all these insights to us. So, with that, viewers, thank you for tuning in. So today, what you have heard is not just about a tool, but it's a productivity work buddy for you, which is a co-pilot that works along with you in enhancing your productivity and having that quantum leap and saving a lot of time from the mundane and repetitive task. So with that, stay safe, stay secure,